So we have a few videos that refer to the clear schedule and start next bid group line. The first one was simply to show you how to enter the line into your bid. This one I'd like to show you why you would want to enter it into your bid. It's the only reason why you would want to use the clear schedule start next bid group command is if you want everything within the bid group to be honored. For example, your prefer off dates. So let's add this to your bid page under instructions, clear sched start next bid group. So now I'm telling PBS I want every single one of these days off, otherwise go to my next bid group. And you can only award me pairings from the bid lines that I've entered within the bid group. Ideally, I would like only one narrow body domestic pairing and pairings awarded from the above two award bid lines as well. Now PBS can award you any combination of these lines, but it will ideally honor the priority line by line in which you've listed the lines. So it will attempt to give you international pairings, but if it can't, in this bid group, you could have an entire pairings block of 7,000 pairings and one narrow body domestic pairing. What this line tells PBS is you cannot go into the available pairing pool and think for me. So if it isn't listed within this bid group, PBS cannot award it to you. PBS cannot enter denial mode. So if any of these days need to be denied, the clear sched start next bid group line would be triggered and you'd go to your next bid group. Here in this example at this point, we have the next bid group is your empty embedded pairings bid group. Of course, you wouldn't want that, so you're going to add bid group. And for this example, we want to send PBS to reserve. So we need the instructional bid line to tell PBS, ignore the empty pairings bid group and go to my reserve bid group. Now we need to enter our reserve bid group. And then we would enter our prefer off bid lines. Let's just copy them from the pairings bid group and paste them in here. And now we could submit. Of course, you'd submit your bid after entering every couple of bid lines. Current bid is open right now, so it says that the current bid has been submitted successfully along with my default bid and my training bid. When you hit submit, you're submitting all three bids. Hit OK. Now, if I was bidding in my default bid and the current bid wasn't available at that time, if bidding wasn't open, then of course it would say current bid was not submitted successfully, which is normal when you're bidding out of the bid period. So here again, just to reiterate, I've asked PBS to award me these days off, along with pairings only from these three bid lines. Otherwise, go to my next bid group, which I've told PBS to be reserve, ignore this empty embedded bid group, and go to my reserve bid. Now, I do have the option to add another bid group if I'd like, and maybe I just want to simply edit this bid line and allow for one more domestic narrow body pairing. And I'd hit submit. Now again, PBS can award me any combination of the pairings within the bid group, and it must honor all of the prefer off dates and or negative bid lines from the point that they're entered down. So if I moved this line down, PBS could award me pairings that do violate these days off because it's underneath the bid line. So the international pairings are of higher priority than the prefer off dates. The prefer off dates and or avoid lines, so say you entered avoid pairings of pairing length greater than 3 days. From the point that that bid, the avoid, the negative bid line, is entered into your bid down, it must be honored. So your negative bid lines are your prefer off and your avoids and a couple of the set condition lines. When you enter that negative bid line into your bid, it has to be honored from that point of entry down within the bid group until if you have the line clear sched start next bid group, then that's like a stop sign and PBS can't go into the available pairing pool and think for you. So PBS in this bid group cannot enter denial mode, cannot go to secondary line generation, cannot think for you, and award you anything that you have not bid within this bid group. So for this example, we'll leave the prefer off dates at the top. They are of our highest priority, so they must be honored from that point of entry down, so nothing can violate these days off. Otherwise, the clear sched start next bid group command will be triggered and PBS will move to the next bid group, which could be a pairings bid group or a reserve bid group. And you would hit submit.